Keir Starmer had a blazing row with Jeremy Corbyn loyalist Ian Lavery as the party looked to settle a coherent position on Brexit. A book claims, Sir Keir Starmer is languishing in the polls, even after Dominic Cummings' explosive claims about the inner workings of Downing Street during the coronavirus pandemic. It is a damning state of affairs for the Labour Party leader, who has taken the unprecedented step of agreeing to a deeply personal interview with Piers Morgan, due to air tomorrow evening. Sitting down with the former Good Morning Britain host for an episode of his ITV show, Life Stories, Sir Keir is bidding to make himself appear more relatable and engaging with the public after a series of disappointing electoral results. He finds himself as leader of a political party going through an existential crisis after Labour's drubbing in the last general election was followed by defeat in the Hartlepool by-election and a far from satisfactory performance in the local elections for a party in opposition. But Sir Keir is arguably tarnished most by his position on Brexit, as he is widely seen as having been a key architect in Labour's slide towards backing a second referendum before the last election. Ever since the historic 2016 vote, he has always maintained that the will of the people must be respected, but this has failed to stop Prime Minister Johnson calling him a Remainer lawyer. This perception appears to have taken hold within Labour circles, too, as reported in Gabriel Pogrund and Patrick Maguire's book, Left Out. Mr. Pogrund and Mr. Maguire note that, in the run-up to the Labour Party conference in 2018, the shadow cabinet was fragmenting on Brexit. They write, Mr. Corbyn's position had been not to take one, so as to ensure the shadow cabinet and his own inner circle were united around the same one, whatever it was. But as then Prime Minister Theresa May was finalising her proposed withdrawal agreement with the EU at the time, this approach was beginning to wear thin and, his oldest allies were wobbling around him. The book continues, once a strident Eurosceptic, Diane Abbott had mellowed with the times and took the same line as another European voters and Labour activists in her constituency. The Brexit vote of 2016 was the result of a racist, right-wing project that all good progressives should resist. The impact a Tory Brexit would have on migration weighed particularly on Ms. Abbott.